Okay, audio sound bites. I mentioned earlier J. Christian Adams. He, by the way, has a piece today at PJ Media. Senator colludes with Russians to influence election. This Ted Kennedy, back in the 1980s, colluding with it's actually 84, colluding with Russian leaders to sabotage the re-election of Ronald Reagan. Details coming. We mentioned it to you before. It's data comes from a release of KGB documents after the Berlin Wall fell and the Soviet Union imploded. Chris was on Fox News and Friends the day, Fox and Friends on the Fox News channel, Steve Doocy talking to him, and said, did Sessions have to Christian Adams was in the DOJ, working for Eric Holder. He resigned when Holder said there weren't going to be any prosecutions at a new Black Panther Party in Philadelphia for vote tampering at election headquarters and ballot boxes and so forth, polling places. So Holder said, we're just not going to prosecute people of color here under my watch. So J. Christian Adams resigned. He's now consulting and writing. Did Sessions have to recuse himself?
No, he probably shouldn't have either. But, Steve, this is part of a pattern. First they came for Steve Bannon, then they came for General Flynn, now it's Sessions. This is how the Democrats are going to behave, to delegitimize the president, to make Jeff Sessions worry about this instead of the corruption that Obama and Holder left in his Justice Department. It's part of a governing strategy by the Democrats.
The Deuce, Steve Doocy, then said, do you agree with Rush Limbaugh's statement that, keep in mind, the Obama administration, on the way out, they scattered all this top-secret intelligence about the Russia probe across government so everybody be talking about it to sandbag and sabotage Trump? Do you believe that Rush is right about that?
People need to understand this is just the beginning, what's happening to Jeff Sessions. You're exactly right. Rush is right. What they did, Steve, is they put information in the hands of tons of people in the department knowing they would leak. At the same time, the swamp is not being drained. You had radical Obamaites being elevated 2 days before the inauguration all throughout the department into political slots, into places where they can't be fired easily. And they are still there. They are sabotaging the president like Sally Yates did right after the inauguration.
That's on his executive order and the travel ban. And here's the bite I was referring to earlier, also on Fox and Friends, their national correspondent, Ed Henry. And he's in there. And Ainsley Earhart said, Rush Limbaugh says the writing's on the wall that these are just Democrats trying to sabotage Trump. What about that?
I agree with his broad point that this is not about the Russians. This is not about Jeff Sessions. Rush Limbaugh is absolutely right. This is about the Democrats trying to explain the last election and also now moving forward, trying to undermine Donald Trump at every turn. That part is true. Here's the part that I think he failed to mention that I think Republicans need to think about. The Trump administration needs to stop giving Democrats fodder on that then. Look at Michael Flynn. And with Jeff Sessions, look, I heard what he said earlier. He didn't commit perjury. Did he answer the question perfectly? Should he have cleaned that up? Probably so.
And the president himself even said
and the
that.
president acknowledged that. So my point is, Rush Limbaugh is right. However, the Trump administration itself needs to stop stepping in on this.
They need to stop stepping on themselves. The Trump administration needs to stop saying things that irritate the Democrats. The Trump administration needs to stop doing things that the Democrats can misconstrue. So even though everybody agrees that we've got deep state sabotage, it's Trump's fault, apparently. And we'll be back. Don't go away.